Hello there, this is Graham, also known as the Collector75, and welcome to another Generation 1 Transformers review. This is my first review for quite some time, actually. I've found a better place to do it, and I've got a bit of motivation to do it, so I thought, why not? Why not? And I'm doing it on a couple that I was going to do quite a while ago, actually. This is, of course, Actionmaster, European exclusive SLICER. Now then, I know I've never done this one before because I spent middle of last year to late sort of September time, roughly around then, give or take, probably around September actually, basically fixing him up because the story goes, everybody hates the Action Masters because a lot of people believe they killed the line. These were some of the last figures to come out, and they're pretty weird in a way, dire, whatever you want to call them, because obviously there were Transformers that didn't transform and blah 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 blah. And I bought a few of them at the time, and I was, about 15, 16 when they come out. Obviously, I was a bit too old to be buying Transformers and things, and yeah, I didn't like them either, if I'm honest. I bought a few, I weren't too bothered about them. I bought this one. This is the only European one I actually bought at the time. I didn't even know there were European exclusives when I bought it. I just saw it, I thought it looked cool, because it was like a Decepticon version of Wheeljack, really. But I really didn't care about it. I left it. It's got sun damaged. I lost all of the bits. The only bits that I had from when I was a kid was the box, the figure, and the main body. I'd lost all the other bits. I had no idea what happened to them. And I wasn't, for the longest time, I wasn't that bothered about getting them, really. And by the time I thought about getting them, the bits had shot up in value and everything, so I just never bothered. But then last year I thought, you know what, I'm getting sick of buying some of the new line figures. I'm going to go back to Generation 1 and finishing off maybe figures that I'm missing or weapons for and everything. And this is one of them. So I managed to sort about, found loads of bits and everything. And now I've got a complete one, which is kind of cool, because it was like the black sheep of my Action Master collection in a way. Yeah, because I liked him, but he was just in such a bad sort of like condition because he was missing all the bits and everything. Anyway, right, so that's enough of me waffling. Let's get on to the actual figure. So here's the box. The box is very cool. Now, if I move the figure out of the way for a little bit, get it out of the glare and everything. I'm just going to refocus. Oh no, it's not too bad. So he comes in this really cool square box. They're about the size of, if you know the Beast Wars mega figures, you know, like the Transmetal Megatron and everything, Optimus Primal box. It's roughly that size, but it's got this cool artwork on the front. And I'll say what you want about the Action Masters themselves, but the boxes were damn cool. Very, very 90s. I loved it. If we come to the back here, we've got a nice bit of artwork. The artwork here is not so good. It's all right. It's not the worst. Believe me, it's not the worst. But, you know, and let's have a look. We have Action Masters, the beginning. So here we are. So I'm going to read this, actually, because it does have a little bit extra than what obviously the ones that say America got, because it does continue a bit why they've now got other extra weapons and stuff. So with energon fuel depleted, Optimus Prime ventured out into space in search of a new power source. In the deepest black hole he discovered it, Nucleon, a potent, inexhaustible source of energy. Returning to the Autobots, he dispensed the Nucleon, and within seconds they all felt an intense power surge through their bodies, making them stronger, faster, more alive than ever before. Consequently, whatever that word is, their figure alteration systems were changed into energy storage reactors, eliminating all conversion powers. While the battle raged on, the Autobots developed exosuits, 18 inches of fear-rendering magmatrinon alloy. What the fuck's that? Body armor. With the ability to convert into fearsome fighting machines, increasing their power tenfold. Having stolen the secret of Nucleon for their weakened and demoralized army, the Decepticons also lost their conversion capabilities, forcing them to adapt their vehicles to change into seemingly unconquerable exosuits. And so the era of the Action Masters was born. Climbing inside the exosuits, the closely fitting body armour infuses the Actionmasters with powers unheard of in the history of Cybertron. With even more ferocity, the battle rages on. And so that was it. If you want to read it, I'll see if I can focus in on that. There we go. Hold on. There we go. So you can read it as well. If you wanted to bypass me talking inanely. And then we come to SLICER's action thing, wherever it is. What is it? There we go. I'm going to hold that there so you can read that. He is a massive assault specialist. Annihilation equals victory. That's pretty good. And then we got his power plans, which is always really weird. Anyway, that is the box. Sorry, I do waffle on too much there. Now then we come to the figure itself. Now the figure itself. Let me just refocus. Give me 1 second. There we go. The figure itself is, I don't know how to say it. It's yeah, well, I'm going to start off with the Actionmaster, obviously. So this is him. Let me just focus in on him here. There he is. So he's all right. He's obviously just a Decepticon wheeljack. You can't go wrong with the figure, really. His arms aren't that loose. I mean, you can easily tighten them up. But the legs, you know, he's got articulation just around here. You've got a few metal ball joints in here. As you can see, it's very early days articulation. When you think about Transformers now that do transform, they've got such complex transformations, they've got more articulation than these old figures. But his head will turn left to right, although it only look that far that way, but it will look a little bit further that way. And he's not too bad. I do like the look of SLICER, and I think we've got a few unofficial sort of like versions of him. Didn't Transformers Prime do a wheeljack repaint that was like dark energon armour but looked exactly like this fella? Sure of it, if I'm honest. Anyway, and I think maybe one or two other little things here and there, but no official SLICER. Anyway, right, so here we go. Let's have a look at the main focus, I suppose, of this review. This is his exosuit, if you want to call it that. And this one is a four-wheel drive car, really. And being called SLICER, he does have these spikes on the wheels and everything. Pretty much like you just, you know, remember in Greece and everything. Oh, they have those spikes coming out of the wheels and everything. And it's pretty cool. So he can mow down innocent Autobots and chop their legs off, which is pretty cool. Anyway, but obviously he can sit in this car if we put him here, and he can drive it. We're going to tab that in. You can put the hands in here, like so. Push that all the way forward, I believe. That's it, and you can sit him down. And there he is, happy as Larry, and he's driving his little exosuit. And the best thing about it is these are battery operated, and the batteries still do work. And here we go. Now I've got to remember which way. Oh, that's reverse. Hang on. There we go. There's forward, so he's off. And that is pretty cool. Now nothing is going to stop this fella. Fucking noisy though. But that's pretty cool, and he would just mow down and plough into anybody, and it's good. He's got rubber sort of like bits here, even though this rubber has long since hardened. And lots of these, if you have a problem with these ones, is that it's always missing these bits because they deteriorate over time. But luckily, this one's still pretty on there. It feels like it's now as solid as the actual rest of the plastic, but there we go. Anyway, right, so let's carry on. We're going to transform it now. It's a simple thing. Now then, he has this bit on here. I'm never too sure exactly. I assume it's supposed to be this way in car mode, and then you flip it around for thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not totally sure. I can't remember if I've got the instructions for this somewhere. Right, so we open this bit out. Now we're going to take our Actionmaster SLICER. We are going to put his arms in that way. I think this is the easiest way I've found of getting them in. Bring this down. That again tabs into there. Now we open this out, and again we now stick his hands in there. If I can get his other bloody hand in there. Right, so now he is in like so. Maybe if we raise that up. Oh yeah, there we go. Not too bad now. Right, and then what we do with these, we open these out. Now you can have them like this. You've got to be so careful on these because these bits are prone to breaking. Or you have them like that. And then you just flip these guns around. And they do have a tendency to pop out. And this bit always breaks as well because one of mine was broken. I actually bought some off a guy off eBay. And the one that he sent me was broken. But luckily he did send me a replacement. Just going to refocus that a little bit. There we go. And he looks all right. It's not too bad. Now we're going to start him up. Let's come which way's forward. Oh, no, he's off. Let's get him down forwards. And then he will actually drive along as well. And that is pretty cool. God, that is fucking noisy, isn't it, eh? Maybe you're supposed to put this around if you just want him standing there and twiddling his... And like that. I suppose you could use it like that. And that isn't too bad, is it? Do you know what? That isn't too bad. As things go, I've seen worse gimmicks. And for me, that is actually a lot of fun. And when I was a kid, I had loads of fun with it, even though I was like 15, 16. You know, I had a laugh with it. I think I was just very sad at the time because it was the end of the line, really. And it just felt like that was my childhood dying. Yeah. But, you know, hey-ho, we are where we are now. So I'm going to be that sad, have I really? But he's quite a cool figure. Right, so this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I'm going to be back soon with another part to this one, where we're going to do his Autobot counterpart, Rumbler. Right, so stick around for that one sometime. Right, so this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now. Thank you.